Over 70% of engine failures aren't caused by high mileage or racing. They start with a single uneducated move under the hood. You think you're detailing your pride and joy, but one stray stream of water can fry a $1,200 alternator or crack a cylinder head in under 3 seconds. Most people treat their engine bay like a kitchen floor, but today I'm going to show you why that soak and scrub mentality is a death sentence for modern electronics. Stick around, because by the end of this, I'm sharing a professional dry cleaning secret that makes water almost entirely unnecessary. Mistake number 17, starting with a hot engine. Imagine coming in from a marathon and someone immediately dumps a bucket of ice water on your head. You'd go into shock, and your engine does the exact same thing. This is basic thermodynamics, but it's the one killer of cast aluminum components. When you spray cold water on an engine that's been running at 200 degrees F, the metal contracts violently. I have seen cylinder heads warp and exhaust manifolds develop hairline fractures that you won't notice until your car starts leaking coolant or sounding like a tractor 2 weeks later. Beyond the metal, heat acts as a catalyst for chemicals. If you spray a heavy-duty degreaser on a hot intake manifold, it doesn't clean, it flash dries. It bakes those chemicals into the plastic and metal, leaving permanent white chalky stains that no amount of scrubbing will ever remove. Have any of you ever noticed those weird streaks on your plastic covers that just won't go away? That's likely chemical etching from heat. Let the car sit for at least 2 hours. If the hood prop is still hot to the touch, walk away. Your wallet will thank you. Mistake number 16, spraying water directly on the alternator. I've seen pro dealers do this, and it makes my blood boil. Your alternator is the heart of your electrical system, and unlike your battery, it is an open-air component. Those vents you see, they are there to pull in air to cool the copper windings. When you blast water in there, you aren't just getting it wet, you're inviting rust into the bearings and shorting out the brushes. Think about it, why would you risk a $500 part in a tow truck build just to make a metal casing look shiny? If you absolutely must clean near it, wrap it in aluminum foil. It molds better than plastic bags and stays put. But honestly, the best tool for an alternator is a dry paintbrush and a vacuum. Don't play Russian roulette with your charging system. Mistake number 15, pressure washing electrical connectors. But they're weather sealed. That's the lie that keeps mechanics in business. Yes, your connectors have rubber gaskets, but they are designed to keep out splashes, not 1,500 psi of pressurized water. A pressure washer can force moisture past those seals and trap it inside the plastic housing. Once water is in there, it has nowhere to go. It sits, it stews, and it turns into that green crust we call corrosion. Suddenly, your ECU is getting ghost signals. You'll get random misfires, a flickering check engine light, or sensors that simply stop communicating. You'll spend $150 an hour at a shop just for a tech to find one wet plug. Is that clean look really worth the electrical nightmare? Mistake number 14, soaking ignition coils or spark plug tubes. This is the silent engine killer. On modern cars, your ignition coils sit directly on top of the spark plugs, tucked down deep into narrow tubes. If you flood that area, water pools at the bottom of the tube. Since there's zero airflow down there, that water stays for weeks. It creates a path of least resistance. Instead of the spark jumping the gap of the plug to start your car, it jumps through the water to the side of the engine block. You'll feel the car shudder, the reduced engine power light will hit the dash, and you'll be buying a new set of coils by Friday. If you've ever had a mystery misfire right after a car wash, let me know in the comments. I bet I can guess why. Mistake number 13, ignoring hybrid inverters. If you're driving a Prius, a Tesla, or any hybrid, pay attention. That big silver box with the high voltage orange cables, that's the inverter. It handles massive amounts of current, and it's arguably the most sensitive component under the hood. While the housing is sturdy, the seals are not meant for high-pressure detailing. Moisture intrusion here doesn't just cause a misfire, it can brick the entire hybrid system. Replacing an inverter can cost more than the blue book value of the car. If you own a hybrid, the only thing that should touch that inverter is a damp microfiber cloth. No hoses, no exceptions. Mistake number 12, spraying water on upward-facing connectors. Engineers try their best, but sometimes they place electrical plugs in positions that act like tiny rain gauges. If a connector is facing upward, gravity is working against you. Any water that lands on that wire will travel straight down into the cup of the plug. Even a light mist can pool there. If you see a connector pointing at the sky, cover it. Better yet, use a contact cleaner spray that evaporates instantly rather than water. Mistake number 11, using brake cleaner on plastic parts. I get it, brake cleaner is the magic eraser of the garage. It kills grease instantly, but on your engine bay plastics and rubber hoses, it's poison. Brake cleaner strips away the plasticizers, the oils that keep plastic flexible. Ever wonder why your vacuum lines are snapping like dry twigs or why your engine cover looks gray and brittle? It's because harsh solvents are eating the life out of the material. Stick to dedicated APC's all-purpose cleaners that are labeled as plastic safe. You want to clean the surface, not dissolve it. Mistake number 10, letting degreasers sit on plastic. Even the safe cleaners become dangerous if you get distracted. If you spray a degreaser and then go grab a coffee, that chemical is reacting with the heat in the material. It can etch the finish, leaving permanent drip marks that look like white scars. The rule is simple: work in sections. Spray, agitate with a soft brush and rinse immediately. Never let the product dry on the surface. Mistake number 9, ignoring trapped water pockets. The engine bay is a labyrinth of trays, brackets, and crevices. You might think the engine is dry, but there could be a half cup of water sitting in your intake manifold valley or under your fuse box. When you start the car and drive, that water sloshes around and lands right on a hot sensor or into an intake. After any cleaning, you must use compressed air or a leaf blower. Chase the water out of the nooks and crannies. If you don't have a blower, let the car sit with the hood open in the sun for 2 hours. Don't trap that moisture under a closed hood. Mistake number 8, using abrasive brushes. Stop scrubbing your engine like you're cleaning a rusty boat trailer. Modern engine bays are full of soft plastics, painted aluminum, and delicate sensors. A stiff wire brush will leave micro scratches that actually hold more dirt in the future, making your engine look filthy again within a week. Use a boar's hair detailing brush or a dedicated soft bristle engine brush. If the brush is too stiff for your car's exterior paint, it's too stiff for the engine bay. Mistake number 7, forgetting the underside of the hood. This is the most overlooked area in detailing. You spend 2 hours making the engine look like a mirror, then you slam the hood shut and all the grease, soot, and road salt from the underside of the hood falls right back onto your clean work. Plus, that insulation pad, it's a sponge. If it's soaked in oil from a previous leak, it's a fire hazard. Give the underside a quick wipe down first so you aren't working backward. Mistake number 6, forgetting to disconnect the battery. I've done it 100 times without a problem. That's what everyone says until the one time their wrench or a stream of water bridges the gap between a live terminal and the chassis. Modern cars have dozens of always-on modules. A short circuit can blow a mega fuse that isn't easily replaceable at a local parts store. Just pull the negative terminal. It takes 10 seconds and eliminates the risk of an electrical surge. Mistake number 5, reconnecting the battery while wet. This is where the rush kills the car. You finished cleaning, it looks great, and you want to hear it run. But if there's water sitting in the battery tray or around the terminals, the moment you touch that cable to the post, you could get a massive arc. That spark can send a voltage spike through the ECU. Dry the battery area completely with a microfiber before you even think about putting that terminal back on. Mistake number 4, spraying directly on AC compressor connectors. Your AC compressor lives in the basement of the engine bay. It's already subjected to the most dirt and road salt. The connector for the clutch is often tiny and fragile. If you hit it with high pressure, you'll knock the locking tab loose or force water into the coil. If your AC suddenly stops working after a deep clean, you probably just killed the compressor's brain. Treat the bottom of the engine with more respect than the top. Mistake number 3, overlooking oil contamination that needs special cleaners. Water-based degreasers are great for dust, but they won't touch a 3-year-old oil leak. If you have caked on sludge, you need a solvent-based cleaner designed to break the molecular bond of petroleum. If you don't get the oil off, it will continue to soften your rubber coolant hoses until they burst under pressure. Mistake number 2, forgetting to cover sensitive parts before rinsing. Failing to plan is planning to fail. You need a protection kit, plastic bags for the alternator, tin foil for the air intake, and microfiber towels stuffed into any open vents. If you skip the prep work, you aren't detailing, you're gambling. Mistake number 1, spraying too much water. The biggest secret in car care? You don't need a hose to clean an engine. The flood method is for amateurs. Pros use a low moisture approach. A spray bottle of cleaner and a pile of cheap microfiber towels will get an engine 95% as clean as a hose will, with 0% of the risk. If you must rinse, use a shower setting, never a jet. You want to guide the soap off, not blast the dirt into the engine. The pro bonus tip. Once your engine is clean and dry, spray the plastic components with a water-based, non-silicone dressing. It doesn't just make it look showroom new, it creates a non-stick barrier that makes the next cleaning twice as easy. You now know more about engine detailing than 90% of the people on the road. If this saved you a repair bill, hit that subscribe button. We're on a mission to keep your car out of the shop and on the road. Now, if you want to know how to make that engine last 500,000 miles, click the video on your screen right now. I'll see you there.